Good day everyone, I am Dr. and Francisco and together with me are Mr. Vivera and Mr. Olimpayan, and today we will be presenting our experiment for resins from chili powder. For the extraction process, we used 50 grams of dried chili powder which we covered with 77 ml of pure acetone. The mixture was macerated for 24 hours to allow the acetone to dissolve the resins. Afterward, it was heated on a hot plate until all the solvents evaporated, leaving a resin extract which was then used for identification tests and further tests. Here you can see the documentation of our procedures. First, we weighed the chili powder, then we proceeded with the 24-hour maceration in acetone. After that, we filtered the mixture, collecting the filtrate, and finally, we heated it to dryness to obtain the resin extracts. These steps ensured that the solvent was completely removed, leaving only the desired resin material. Next, we calculated the percentage yield of our extract. The weight of chili powder was 50 grams, the weight of empty evaporating dish weighed 33.2 grams, and the dish with residue weighed 35.1 grams. So the weight of the residue was 1.9 grams. And using the formula percentage yield equals to weight of residue over the weight of chili powder times 100, we got 1.9 divided by 50 grams times 100, which gives us a yield of 3.8%. For the organoleptic evaluation, the resin appeared to be deep orange in color, had a strong, pungent chili odor, and a syrupy consistency. These sensory characteristics are consistent with the typical appearance of chili resin, particularly due to the presence of capsaicinoids, which contribute to its color and pungency. In the solubility test, we found that the resin was sparingly soluble in water but soluble in both alcohol and ether. This indicates the extract resin was non-polar to moderately polar, aligning to the chemical nature of most plant resins, which tend to dissolve better in organic solvents than water. And finally, for the acid value test, we used a 3-gram sample titrated with 2.50 ml of 0.1 normality sodium hydroxide. Using the computation, acid value equals to volume times normality times 40 divided by the sample weight, we get 2.5 times 0.1 times 40 divided by 3, which equals to an acid value of 3.33 ml or mg of sodium hydroxide per gram. This theoretical result indicates the amount of free fatty acid present in the sample. However, it's important to note that this test was only theoretical and was not performed in the lab, so the value is based on the computation and the literature expectations.
So moving on to the answers to questions part. Number 1, give the composition of oleoresins. So an oleoresin is a natural mixture of resin and volatile oil extracted from plants. So the resin provides thickness and contains active medicinal compounds, while the volatile oil contributes aroma and flavor. So obtained through solvent extraction, oleoresins are more concentrated than raw spices or herbs and are commonly used in pharmaceuticals, foods, flavoring, and cosmetics. So for example, turpentine from pine trees and capsicum oleoresin from cayenne pepper. Number 2, enumerate and differentiate resinous substances. Resinous substances are natural plant products classified into resins, oleoresins, gum resins, and balsams, so each with distinct properties. So resins are solid, brittle, and water insoluble. Example, rosin. So oleoresins combine resin and volatile oil. Example, turpentine. Gum resins mix gum and resin and are partially water soluble. Example, myrrh. So while balsams are aromatic resins containing benzoic or cinnamic acids. Example is balsam. So they differ in composition, solubility, and texture, but all play important roles in medicine and industry for their therapeutic and aromatic qualities. Number 3, what is the use of oleoresins obtained from cayenne pepper? So the oleoresin from cayenne pepper or the capsicum is rich in capsaicin, the compound responsible for its hot and pungent taste. So it is used as a counter-irritant and analgesic in topical creams, plasters, and ointments to relieve muscle, joint, and nerve pain by producing a warming sensation. So it also helps stimulate blood circulation in the affected area. Aside from medicinal use, it is added for foods as a flavoring agent and is sometimes used in natural pest repellents. Number 4, what is the purpose of placing sheet of filter paper and weight on top of the macerated powder? So a filter paper and weight are placed on top of the macerated powder to keep it fully submerged in the solvent during extraction. So this ensures complete penetration of the solvents into the plant material, allowing all active components to be properly extracted. So it also prevents floating and uneven extraction, resulting in a more efficient and uniform outcome. Number 5, what other menstruum oil is used in the percolation process? So in the percolation process, different menstruum oils are used based on the solubility of the substances to be extracted. So aside from alcohol or water, oils like olive, castor, and coconut oil effectively dissolve oil-soluble or fatty components. So choosing the right menstruum oil is important as it determines the quality, concentration, and yield of the final extract. Number 6, enumerate the terms used to control the flow of the percolate. So the flow of percolate is described as dropwise, moderate, or rapid depending on the extraction rate. A dropwise flow allows slow dropping through extraction. A moderate flow provides a balanced rate, and a rapid flow is a faster but may lead to incomplete extractions. So controlling the flow rate ensures efficient, consistent, and high quality percolation results.
The extraction of oleoresins and resinous substance reveal their significant importance in both pharmaceutical and industrial application. The obtained oleoresins observed to have a deep brownish orange color, a strong pungent chili odor, and a dry, flaky, solid appearance. Consistent with the characteristics of capsicum oleoresin, this property indicates the presence of active compounds such as capsaicin, responsible for its distinct aroma and therapeutic effects.